Hey guys, so I'm currently in Costa Coffee, Costa Cafe, Costa Coffee. I'm about to have my coffee. I thought that spilled on my laptop. It's so close, but okay, so I'm about to have my coffee. I have to do like evaluations for my school, so I have to get that done. And I just have so much to do and I haven't been doing anything. I've been putting everything off and I have to send like these forms for my school, so I'm just like really annoyed right now. But and then later I'm gonna make dinner and blah blah blah. My friend's gonna come over and I'm gonna make some Afghan dinner, so or lunch. So, and I have to go grocery shopping too beforehand. So, okay, so that's my goal, to just get as much done, actually get a lot done in 4 hours, and then head out to the grocery store. So I thought it was sunny and I got really, really excited, but it's not that sunny. Primark is right there, like right next door, which is freaking awesome. H&M is really close too, so I'm gonna try to, I don't think I'll make it, but I'm gonna try to sneak in there real quick. And okay, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. So I'm in my second week. The layout here, it's very different as compared to what it is in the US. In the US, becoming a doctor, you do 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then you go into residency, which after medical school you become a doctor, and then you do your residency program, which you're starting to get paid, and then you become an attending after however many years you do. So for example, with surgery, you do like 5 years of surgery, and then you become a surgeon, and you can do fellowships and such. But here you go right into it, or you do like a 4 years of undergrad and then you get into it. But that's on the rare side. Those are the people that didn't really make it initially. You can do right into, you do like the A-levels exam here, and you get straight into med school then. And once you get into med school, you're going to do a 5-year program. So 5 years of medical school, and then you become an F1 and then F2, and you can possibly do an F3, and that's basically junior doctors. And then you go into specializing. So you don't really have to pick your specialty until you have done 7 years already, and that takes about 5 to 10 years on its own. End up getting out about 32. Tuition here is a lot lower. Another thing that I appreciated here is that everyone can get to see a doctor, so it's pretty nice because the government basically pays for that. It's called NHS, so they have this NHS program that allows everyone to be seen by a doctor, and they basically don't have to pay anything. And if they do pay something, like for example for their medication, it's really cheap. But there is a downfall to it, and the downfall is that they can't get an appointment right away. It takes forever to set up an appointment. It could be like 6 months from now, 3 months from now. So unless they go to like an urgent care, because it's an emergency, they really can't see the doctor for a while because there are not enough doctors. And then also once they do see the doctor, it's like a 10-minute consultation, so 10 to 15 minute. They have phone consultations a lot more than the US. Like in the US, if like a physician's talking to a doctor, they're not going to like indicate it and get paid for it. They're not going to get paid for it like they would here. So here you can have 15-minute sessions with a person on the phone, and basically you kind of go through their medication list, or you kind of just ask them what's going on, like because they want to talk to you on the phone, and you write that out and you'll get money off of that person. But the amount of money that you get per patient is really low as well. The average salary for a general practitioner here is about £70,000. So even if you convert that over, that's less than 140,000 in the US. The average salary for a US physician is about 200 plus thousand. So if you were to convert that over to pounds, that'd still be a lot more than someone that is practicing here in the UK. Of course, that's not to say that money is everything, but that's just to kind of give you guys an idea of about that. So let me tell you guys about my schedule. So basically, I don't know if I kind of already talked about it before, but you have 2 block sessions, and then you have coffee break in between, and then you'll have lecture. You'll have a 2-hour lunch, and then you'll have lectures. I've been basically observing, and I'm going to continue to be observing even this week, which is the 2nd week. And then the 3rd week is when I'm going to see the patient. And I really like this system that they have on their computer. So the only thing right now that I don't really care for is that I've been just observing. And I think one of the main reasons is I started out with another group, and then just this week a new set of group has come in. The other group, they were here for 12 weeks and they ended, and then the new group has come in, and they started their 12 weeks now, so they're just starting. Whereas I am only here for 4 weeks, so I only have, actually, including this week, I have 3 weeks total left. And I'm the only one from my school, and I'm the only American here as well. I just got done at the gym. I am sweaty. As you can see, the sweat marks. I'm waiting for the cab. I just called the cab, so I'm gonna head out. It's week 2 of my rotation, so I'm really happy that I've been coming to the gym a lot more, and I think it's also because I have the time, and I really like the gym here, and it's like right by the hospital, so I have no excuses. So I usually just come right after. Oh, these are my new kicks. I am in love with them. I just checked for soap, so I basically scrambled to see if I would make it, and I didn't. The chances are really slim for soap to actually work, and if you thought, like, yeah, it's merely luck, and everything happens for a reason, and I really believe that. There's something in our lives that occur, and you know, no matter how much we plan for something, something may occur that could disrupt that flow, that normal flow that you thought you very well much deserved, and then it just completely sets you back. It just happens, and it's supposed to happen. It's for you. I mean, you can think that to make yourself feel better, or you can actually believe it. I believe it. I'm kind of excited to figure out what was the reason, because God has better plans usually for us. No, I don't know. The only part that is breaking my heart is that I have to now tell my parents, and they were really hoping for this, so I would love to travel and just live a little before I did residency, but knowing that it's just not something I can afford because of not only loans, but also because I do want to start taking care of my parents. So it sucks in that sense. So now I have to work on my plan B, which I do have a plan B. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm in my 2nd week of Here in the United Kingdom, I've been stuck inside since 12 noon, just waiting for soap to happen because I'm 5 hours ahead, so I have to watch the time. So there it's probably what, 12 something. I'm a little bummed, but I was a lot more bummed earlier. I haven't cried. Life sucks right now, you guys. I'll tell you guys more details about, like, basically how life can suck sometimes. Just one mistake has led me to where I am now. Hey guys, it is Saturday and it is early in the morning. I just got done getting ready real quick. So my intention was to actually go to London this morning, but I woke up really late because I kept on waking up throughout the night because I wasn't feeling well. I ended up sleeping through my alarms. I decided against it, so I'm not gonna go into London. It's an hour and a half away. I'm definitely gonna be going at some point, but I want like a whole weekend. I'm gonna call my taxi and head out now. If I don't have like perfume, or if I don't want to use like a strong perfume, what I use is a nice low body lotion. It's body cream with argan oil and it smells freaking amazing. I stole it from my sister. It's from Bath and Body Works and I just put it all over my arms and it stays on like I have perfume on or something. It feels so good. It smells, and I love my sneakers. Look at that, they're so cute and comfortable. So
you are now being connected to an operator. Hello, cab.
hi, can I get a cab to all right, thank you, bye. That's my cab and it's turning around, so I'm gonna get in the cab, get into Towns Center, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Good morning, you guys. So today is Sunday. I'm ending my second week here in the UK and start off by just kind of going through this past week because it was match week. I'll fill you guys in about everything. But first I'm gonna go grab some cereal because I am hungry, and I'm gonna just eat and watch Netflix, and then I'll get back to you and then I'll talk to you guys about the whole situation. Hey guys, so I'm gonna head out in a little bit, but I wanted to actually sit down and talk about this. It's hard. It's definitely something hard to talk about. I'm a very like private person when it comes to a lot of just about everything. Basically what happened was I took my exams really late. I took my because of my school, the way they have it set up, which they changed now, which is really good that they changed, but I wish they had changed it before I had to deal with it. So basically you have to take this thing called comp shelf before you sit for step. And I took it and I was ready for it. I was taking, you know how you take NBMEs. I'm definitely gonna pass because you have to pass the comp before you sit for step, and all the intended purposes it makes sense, but the way that it's all structured, it can get really frustrating because it can really mess up your timeline, like really mess up your timeline, and it messed up mine. I took it right after I took my my last core rotation. I took the comp shelf. I chickened out. I should have taken it earlier. That would have been the wiser decision, but I chickened out because I get my anxiety gets on another level, and I thought maybe if I were to be better prepared for it, then I would do better. But because of the pressure of like making sure I pass it so that I, you know, have everything in on time was so exceedingly much. And I took the comp, I completely, like, I've never had this ever before. Like, I've had panic attacks during, not panic attacks, but I've had like panicking moments during exams. I've had like really bad, but never this bad. Like, it was just like, I can't explain it. I blanked. I just blanked. I couldn't get myself together. My heart was racing. The screen was blurry. Like, it just was, I wasn't thinking straight, and like I had to constantly reread the sentences, the paragraph, the vignette, and I was just like, what is going on? And I would try to shake myself out of it, and it just wasn't working. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had, and I can't, it hurts because I thought I was well prepared. I was ready, and I just got like the pressure really hit. Sorry guys, this is stupid. So then I went and because the comp, like, it's a 5-hour exam, and like an hour and some, an hour and some, and then so you do 2 sections, and then you get a 15-minute break, and then you do the other 2 sections. And so with the in between the 15-minute break, I went into my car and I called my older sister, and I just bawled my eyes out. I was like, there's no point of me going back in there because I messed it up to the point where I can't recover even if I do amazing in these 2 rounds. Like, I know when I fail a test. Obviously, whenever you go for a test, like whenever you're like trying to study for it, you're trying to aim for not passing but like excelling. And so whenever I come out of a test, I always know I passed it. Like, I know I passed it, but I don't know how I did, whether I did really well, like where I wanted to, or whether I did average. And sometimes, depending on how I come out, like, I can predict whether I did average or did really well, but I can definitely always predict if I passed or not, because like I know, like, you know, you're like, okay, I did, you know, I know I passed it. But with this, like, I just knew I didn't pass it. I was like, there's no way, and I missed it by 1 point, so I didn't pass it. I can't even explain it. It's like, I don't know why that happened. Like, why did that have to happen? I know I was like, I know I could do it. Like, I know I was like, ugh, fuck, like, ugh. Sorry guys, it even now, like, it makes me so upset. Like, I'm like, how could I have done that? Like, how could that have happened? I really truly believe, like, wholeheartedly, that everything happens for a reason. Anything major, like, I'm not gonna say, oh, me putting my freaking phone down on the table was meant for me to put it there. That happens for a reason. No, like, I mean, like, you know, like, situations, and with this situation, like, I'm just like, I don't know what the reason is still, but you usually find out eventually, and I usually find out within like a couple of months or so, and like I still haven't figured out what this reasoning was, why that happened. That screwed me up. So then what happened was that you can't take it the next month, you have to take it in 2 months, and so then that pushed me. So then so I would have had to take the step. So I would have had to first pass that, and then I passed it, and then I would have had to sit for step. So I could have sat for the step, because you know how we have a window period. I don't know how other schools have, but with our window period, it doesn't come in right away. It comes in after a month. And so I just, like, mentally I was checked out. Mentally I was just like over it. Mentally I was like, okay, I'm not gonna apply this year, I'm gonna apply 2020. And so I was just like, whatever, I'm doing my thing. And I mean, I was obviously upset, and things were just like, you know, but I had accepted that everything happens for a reason, and this was meant for me. So I was kind of like doing other things, focusing on other things, and then on the side studying. So I wasn't taking my studying like seriously. I was going back and forth, and I was asking advice on whether I should apply this year or not, and several of my friends were like, no, don't do it, because it's just not, like, just doesn't make sense. And then some of my other friends were like, dude, do it, just apply, you'll be fine, like, apply. And I would have been fine, but my CS score came in 10 weeks after. Usually the max is 8 weeks, and I should have gotten, no, it was more than 10 weeks. So I took it, November 14th. That's when I took the CS because that was the only, and I actually paid extra so that I paid someone to find me a sooner date, and that was the earliest date. And so I took my step, and then soon after I took CS, which was in November 14th. I got it January 31st. I got my scores January 31st. Interview sessions are over December, most of them end of December, and then the later ones are mid-January. My application wasn't full at all, and not only was I having timeline issues, but I didn't do any of my rotations in the field that in the specialty that I want to go into. So it took a while for me to decide what specialty I wanted to go into. I find out, like, you know when you're not in love with something, like you just don't know and you kind of dilly-dally around it, and then you kind of wait around, you stall around waiting to figure it out. And that's what I was doing as well with when it came to that. And then finally I figured it out. Like, I am now, like, every single time I think about it, I'm like just so happy with this decision, because I feel like this is something that I can make a difference in the long run. Any of the other specialty, I love them. I think they're amazing. I think they're fun, and I think I would do well in, but I'm not in love with it, so it's not going to be something that I'm going to want to wake up to every single day. I really screwed myself over with that as well, because I just was not sure. I'm very indecisive when it comes to certain things, and then once I know what I want, like, I cling on to it and I run after it. Waiting to figure out what it is that I want so I can cling on to it and run after it was the hardest part. So internal medicine was basically what I was thinking that I'm gonna end up in, because that's what basically I did all my first, like, the electives. I did sub-I, I did you know, all these other internal medicine electives, because that's what I thought I was gonna go into, because I couldn't decide. And then suddenly I changed it, and I'm like, shit, I don't have anything. And you need to show that you have interest, obviously, in that elective, in that specialty, in order for your application to appear, for them to take it seriously. And I didn't even have because I had all my letter of recommendations from internal medicine physicians attending, so I didn't even have that. So I was a mess. Like I said in all of my other videos, I said in every single one, but I don't try to pretend like I am, like, superior, I know so much more. I feel like I learned things the hard way, and I try to kind of say, like, hey, this is what I did wrong, and please don't follow this, or hey, this is, like, actually worked. Please, if you want to follow this, you should. I am not here, like, you know, I know what I'm doing with life, and this is what's happening. I'm here like, hey, I fucked up, and this is how I fucked up, and let me show you ways that you should avoid doing this and why. Anyway, so I took my CS November 14th. Yes, I literally studied for it for less than 9 days. I can't fail CS. Like, that looks so bad. I guess because of the holiday season, you might not be able to get your scores back. I was told, and I thought that because of the, you know, the timeline, that I would get it by end of December, and I would at least, like, get some interviews. Didn't. So so that was done. You know, if you don't get any interviews, you're not going to be able to make a list, and you're not going to be able to send that off, and then you're not going to be able to really participate in the match unless you did really good with networking, and you were, you know, from the get-go in the right the right electives, and the electives that you're intending on specializing then eventually. So with me, internal medicine was not what I wanted to specialize in. That's all the attendings that I knew, and so in terms of networking, I didn't even have that for the specialty that I wanted to go into. So anyway, so it just did not work in my favor in any way. You know how some people are like, whatever, I just need to get into something. I can't, like, I don't want to go into internal medicine, and like, I just did not, once I knew I didn't want it, like, I couldn't, like, get myself to just do it anyway. I know what I want, that's what I'm gonna go for. And then came soaps. Did that, and there was soap this year was a mess. I don't know if you know anyone, or if you participated in it yourself. Like, it was a mess. it didn't work out in my favor. It's all about luck. And now I'm in like a place where residency programs that still have a spot to fill. Should I keep hunting or should I just take a year off? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, why did that have to happen? If I wouldn't have screwed up my timeline, I don't think I would have had to deal with this. But shit happens, I guess, and you just kind of have to move forward. I am probably gonna be taking a year off, and I think I would, honestly, you guys, I don't mind taking a year off in terms of just like kind of living a little and like doing something else. I would love to start a residency and kind of have my own apartment for the next 3 years and be settled in that area and not have to move around and kind of maybe even, you know, get into a relationship or something. So I don't know. So it just feels so like awesome to be in that position. But then I'm kind of going through some emotions where it just wouldn't, I don't know. I have to start paying my loans back, and I want to help my parents. You know, my parents aren't getting younger, so that's what really hurts my feelings, because I do want to get the ball rolling so I can support my family. But so I'm just gonna take this as, you know, shit happens and I can't control it, and since it has happened, let me just use it to my advantage in whatever way possible and just be positive about it and kind of move forward, because that's all I can do is just move forward. And for those out there who's either has kind of a similar storyline, or they just didn't match even though they were, you know, in the timely manner, you know, it happens and you can't really change it. You can't do anything about it. You just have to keep going. As sucky as it is, and you know, as happy as you are for your friends and for, you know, your classmates, it's just not happening right now for us, and you just have to kind of look at the bright side of things. And at the end of the day, it's you that can control how you feel and no one else can. So learn to just say, you know what, it is what it is, and I just gotta keep going. Wow, that felt good. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to enjoy my stay in the United Kingdom. It's gonna work out so beautifully, and in the end I'll be thankful for whatever happened. So anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbing on, and I hope that you guys continue to follow me even if I'm a loser. No, stop. I hope that I see you guys in the next video, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with the next videos. Like, am I gonna continue on with the medical situations, or am I gonna move forward and do other things? Probably a combination, but. And that actually ends off my vlog for this week. So thank you guys for sticking around all the way to the end. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button if you thought, you know, my story was sad. Thank you guys for your support, and thank you guys for just always being sweet and messaging me, and just being kind and stuff, because, you know, kindness does go a long way. And anyway, so thank you guys, and I will see you guys in next week's vlog, which is going to be my 3rd week vlog. So I'll see you then.